How I brainwashed myself to become rich. I know it sounds freaking bananas, but it is not. There was a definite mindset shift that happened. Just 5 years ago, I was a normal guy working a W-2 in a manufacturing company. And now I'm not just a millionaire, but I'm a 2.5, maybe 3 millionaire, depending on the day. And it's all due to mindset. And you're gonna need to make sure that you can control what's going on up here if you ever want to become rich one day. Haters are going to doubt you. You're going to doubt yourself. But it was started with mindset that got me over all the humps and the obstacles. And I'm going to share those lessons with you right now. By the way, my name is Hugh. If you haven't been here before, I am an operations expert. I used to work in lean manufacturing. I took that skill set, applied it to real estate, retired a millionaire in 15 months. Now I just help all my other businesses and friends do the same thing. So if you're interested, check that out. We're going to get into how I got there first right now. First thing is, if I can put myself back in 20-year-old Hugh, I remember there's a lot of doubt, a lot of negativity, right? A lot of people are going to come at you. They're saying, oh, you can't do that. You'll never be able to do that. One, some people in your life might actually be saying that. But two, often we just think that. We're imagining it that people are saying stuff or they're making comments. You might have people in your life, family members, who have tried whatever you're excited about in your head and they failed and they have fear. And due to good intentions sometimes or bad intentions, they're now tearing you down. Well, guess what? Use the negativity as a fuel. You don't have to be rude about it, but the anxiety that you have of trying to overcome something, feeling frustrated, feeling hopeless sometimes, not in control, right? When I woke up one day in manufacturing, I was doing a great job. I did all the right things that I was supposed to do. I went to school, got a good job, blah, 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 blah. And I woke up one day and I felt hopeless. There's no way this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And that choice right there, I was like, I'm not going to let this be it. And I used that negativity to say, no, I'm going to be bigger than this because I'm not going to give up. So use that fear, the anxiety, use the people naysaying. Be very careful about what advice that you listen to, right? People that have good intentions and bad intentions, right? So if you're going to ask your mom for advice about how to be an MMA fighter, she has your best intentions at heart. But you probably want to listen and hire an MMA coach and listen to them because they have done the thing that you're doing and they know how to get you to be an MMA fighter, right? Both people have your best intentions at heart. So I'm in real estate. We hear this a lot where people are like, oh, you don't want to get into real estate. You don't want to be dealing with the toilet in the middle of the night. Who are you getting that advice from? I've been in real estate for 5 years. I've dealt with one toilet because it was my toilet, and we've had thousands of toilet issues over the last few years. So make sure you're careful about who you get advice from. But take any negative energy, right? Don't listen to your Uncle Bob who bought real estate once and had a bad experience with it. Listen to people who have done it before you. Be very careful about where you get your advice. But take any of that negativity, take anything that you're telling yourself, take things that people are telling you and use it as fuel. I knew deep down that that was not going to be it for my whole life. I was told to do all the right things and that I was there. I could see the path for my life the next 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and it was a good one. And I knew that that was not it. So when I pivoted, I faced a lot of backlash from friends and family. Are you going to start your own thing? Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, that's scary. Guess what? Life's scary. Use that negativity as fuel, and you're going to get to the next phase. Number 2, reframe the way you talked about yourself to yourself. A lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs, a lot of people who are business owners, we are very self-motivated, disciplined people. Maybe not disciplined people, but we're very self-motivated and we're highly critical, right, of ourselves. We hold ourselves to a higher standard than we hold everybody else. And that can be a good thing because it's probably gotten us to where we're at, but that can also be a very bad thing. It depends on how we talk to ourselves, right? If you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so stupid, I can't figure this out. Again, it's me. That's a bad way to think about your life. That's a bad way to talk to yourself. Instead, ask yourself, weaponize how and what based questions. How can I become the type of person that's better at this? How can I get better at this? Right? Not, oh, I'm so fat. I mean, I'm now getting in shape and working out for the first time. And I used to think, oh, I'm just not someone who works out. I'm just not that kind of guy. And I've changed my mindset to be like, how can I become the type of person who likes to do that? No, I actually do want to be someone that's in shape. I actually am someone who wants to eat healthy. And then when I make the consistently wrong, healthy choices, in my soul, it will scream at me, hey, stop doing that. Because you actually want to be someone else. So reframe the way you talk to yourself, especially when it comes to failure, right? This is a big one. I'm going to use a secret. I fail all the time. And when I say all the time, I'm talking 50 to 60 times every day. I try to push myself to fail as quickly as I possibly can. Because if you're not failing, you're not trying. Failure is an option. So if you're like, oh, I just sit on the couch and play video games because I'm too afraid to put myself out there. Or if you put yourself out there, I built a website and it went nowhere. I tried this and it went nowhere. I wanted to become a mobile notary, but I didn't get any jobs, or the jobs I got fell through. Fail, 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 fail. Keep failing forward. The more you fail, the faster you're going to figure it out. It's called iterative things. I'm usually not the most educated. I'm usually not the most well capitalized. I'm usually not the most nimble. I usually don't have the biggest team, but our team almost always dominates whatever we do because we take action and we fail often and we reframe it. Failure is not failure, right? You fail sometimes and you learn sometimes. And as you're stepping forward, reframe the way you deal with yourself and the way you deal with failure. Accept and label your emotions is the next one. Accept yourself and your emotions. You might get overwhelmed. You might be frustrated. If you're going to go on this path, you might have heartache, right? The entrepreneur path is insane. You're just like, I'm on top of the world. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm the worst person ever. I'm on top of the world. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I bet my whole family's future on this. I'm on top of the world. No one can stop me. And it's just like that constantly. You're going to feel all kinds of stuff all the time. And when you do feel that way, it's okay. Take a breath, acknowledge it. Hey, I'm feeling frustrated. Maybe think, what's the cause? Hey, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Okay, well, why am I feeling overwhelmed? Usually when you're overwhelmed, it's because you can't take a step forward. Why can't you take a step forward? Usually you can't take a step forward because you don't know the next step. So don't worry about the big, massive mountain. Just worry about the next single step. Back to my previous thing, take a bunch of little tiny steps. But it's okay. You will feel frustrated if you're going to go down the path of being rich one day. Even if you're going to stay a doctor or lawyer or something. In order to get that next step, to get that next job, to complete that next training, to get that next case, guess what? It's going to wear you out sometimes. And it's okay. Just think, label it, say, hey, I'm frustrated. Don't just get mad and angry, right? Sometimes we've all felt that. People in our life that mean well, they're going to say, oh my gosh, hey, Hugh, you're not really looking so good today. I've sometimes been extremely pissed and almost told them to go F themselves, but I didn't. I thought, whoa, I am frustrated. Why am I frustrated? First off, hey, Jim, thanks for asking. I'm actually frustrated now, so I'm going to get back to you later. And then I go internalize that. Maybe try writing some stuff down. Write down what you're feeling. It'll get it out of here and here onto a piece of paper. You're like, oh, I'm frustrated because of these three things. I'm going to do something about that. Next thing, if you want to be rich, challenge your limiting beliefs. When I woke up one day, having done all the right things, gone to school, got a job, blah, 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 I then realized that it was not the life I wanted. And I said, there's a lot of limiting beliefs. Can I do this? Am I smart enough? I don't know anything about business. I don't know anything about striking off on my own. I don't know anything about real estate. And it took getting out of here and to just say, what is possible? It's not what can I do? It's what can't I do? Because if you think about it, if you're miserable with your life right now, no matter where you're at, there's a good chance that you could probably just pick up and move. You could say, oh, I'll just move to Chicago, or I'll move to the Midwest, or I'll just move outside of New York. I'll start over. In the United States and in the West, we can do that. A lot of times, a lot of places and a lot of countries, they don't have those options. Challenging limiting beliefs. What's preventing me from doing that? I try to say yes to things. If there's not a real reason, hey man, buddies from college, let's go on vacation somewhere for a week. Oh no, I couldn't do that. Could you not? Why? Why can't I do that? I have the vacation time. I'm not making the time. That's why I have made the choice not to. I have not chosen to do that. So if you choose to be successful, now you need to challenge your limiting beliefs. So when I challenged my own limiting beliefs, there was a clear turning point. When I said, I'm going to go into real estate. Yeah, I had some fear when I was like, yo, I don't know anything about real estate. I've never been in real estate. I don't have any mentors around. I don't know my skill set. I don't know the skills. I don't have any idea what to do. Yet 10 months after that, I owned 27 houses and I had all my money back. So I still own the houses, 5 of which were vacant at the time. Those 5 were turned and I got all my money back. I did not know any of those things. So I challenged the limiting belief. What can't I do? If I'm ever at something like, oh, I can't do this, I'm going to say, why? Do I feel overwhelmed? What is the reason, right? And again, write that down, write it down. So challenge your limiting beliefs. You're going to have a lot of negativity from a lot of people, your friends, your peers. You might lose friends over this, right? If your buddy Bill and Bob sit around drinking and playing video games all day and you're trying to take yourself to the next level, you might need to go find different friends. In fact, the friends you do find might draw you up there, right? There's a misquoted saying is, your net worth is the average of the 5 people around around you. So go start networking, getting into rooms of people with the like-minded mindset. I almost exclusively spend time with people in my mindset now. And guess what? A lot of those people aren't local. Some people are local, but I'm spending time chatting with them, going to conferences. I'm going to a conference in 2 days. I'm going all over the world to go meet with the people because those are the people that are uplifting. They're going to bring you up. And if you want to get into real estate, go to a successful real estate meetup. If you want to get into yoga or fitness, go to a business owner or yoga fitness people. If you want to be around successful doctors and lawyers, go to a meetup that has successful doctors and lawyers. But challenge your limiting beliefs because those people have done it before you, and everyone has an unfair advantage. I don't care how, whatever cards you were dealt. There's something that you are better at than me, and there's something I'm better at than you, and you should use those. So challenge your limiting beliefs. The very last one is commit to radical change. You have to choose to take action, and taking action is more important than what action you take. Take that first step, whatever it is. I'm not saying take massive action. I'm saying take action. Say, I am going to go down real estate. I'm going to become a real estate person. I'm going to start my own gym. When I'm going to start my own gym, I'm going to take a step towards that. I'm going to go to the next step. I'm going to go somewhere. If you're like, I'm going to start a gym, maybe you shouldn't immediately go get a lease somewhere, but you should hunker down and start learning and going to meetups of gym owners to find out what you need to know. You need to choose you're in here that you will go down that path and set the time aside. Does that mean that you're going to be watching less Netflix at night? It could. Does it mean you're going to be sacrificing time with your friends and families? It could mean that. But make a change. Choose to go down that path. Taking an action is more important than what action you take. Why? Because the moment you take an action, you're going to know, yes, no, was that the right step? And you're going to constantly course correct. But you just got to take that first step. You got to take action. Not saying take massive action where it could be financially ruinsome. I'm saying make a choice that you will engage in radical change and take action. Take one step to that. So if you've listened this far, take out your notebook and write down the one direction you will say. Write the statement. I will become the type of person that owns a gym. I will become the type of person who can spend time away from work with his wife and kids. I will become the type of person that is successful. I will become the type of person that is rich. And then make the choice. You're going to work hard. You're going to grind to get there in the beginning, but you will get there. So that is how I brainwash myself to be rich. If you want more information on tips, remember to check out the rest of my channel and we'll see you there. Thanks so much for sticking around to watch. Please help us by watching this next video.